Right, so welcome to another episode of Show and Tell What the Hell. Yes, and today we're getting pretty magnificent and epic. For I have a brand new Marvel Legends Marvel 80-year anniversary Thor in his classic costume, which is probably my favorite Thor costume because this is a Thor that I grew up with. And some nice Alex Ross painting there. And it says, as a mighty Asgardian, Thor is the god of thunder, the son of Odin, king of the Asgardians. He wields a hammer Mjolnir and has the power to call lightning from the heavens to strike down his enemies. Puissant Asgardian, Thor is... No, I can't read the rest of them, but here we go. The nice Alex Ross artwork on the side, more on the side there, in a nice window box display thing, box, package, yes. And we are going to rip them open. I'm actually going to be real careful with the box here. Not real careful, but I'm not going to tear it up like I usually like to do. And if you've seen some of the previous videos, sometimes I just rip open that goddamn box because I get so frustrated and I get so excited. And sorry to pull it out of the screen, but I'm going to do the remove the tape method from the side here. There you go. See, just removed the tape right there. Pull that out and take them out. Open that little flappy and bust them out of the package. Discard this for right now. That's how you do it. He comes with a fist, just a fist here. And this is the open hand. And yeah, here he is. Let's make some noise here. All right, folks, let's make some noise. He doesn't have any rubber bands holding him back, which I guess because the package itself is holding him. Picked him up at Target, by the way. And let's get Mjolnir. Whomever! Not be... What does it say? Oh, I can't even read it. You kind of... What is it? If be he worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. All right, whoever... I mean, I always forget, but it's hard to read that. But it has a little inscription there. And let's put his hammer in his hand here. I do like the open hand variation. I like I would have liked another head for him just to give him an open mouth or mouth agape Thor, like he's screaming into the... I think that's my only criticism. Otherwise, this is a awesome, very articulated, highly detailed Thor figure. Very nice. Now, what we are going to do is bust out our old Toybiz Thor from the Giant Man line, which little dusty Thor, dust-ridden Thor, and compare these two together. Now, this was an amazing toy when it came out, and I still think it has a lot of stay there. A lot of merit still. This is now. This original one did not share any parts, and it looks like maybe a bicep or a hand may be shared with this particular Thor. But the first thing you notice is that this Thor towers over Toybiz Thor. And Toybiz Thor seems to have a little bit of lipstick here, but that's just for effect. The skin does have... I was going to say, sometimes the Toybiz figures would have some sort of shading or dry brushing, or but look at the hammer here. This is the big difference. This little Mjolnir is a lot... The handle of that is a lot smaller than the Toybiz version. The Toybiz wings are placed in a different spot and give it a different effect. And now Thor, one thing about Thor is that he does vary in size. In the comics, he's mostly going to be close to 7 feet tall sometimes, like the Hulk. You know, just depends on who draws him. But you know, sometimes he looks like he's 6'5". Sometimes he just looks like a decently tall guy. But he's always been big and buff and mighty And I think the boots have a little bit more, on Toybiz, have a little bit more detail. They give it more of a leathery texture on here. And as you can see, the new Hasbro, has a darker leggings or jeggings, a darker hue right here. But they are very similar. The hair, of course, is a lighter blonde, and we get a dirtier blonde, a more stern, serious face with the Hasbro version. And again, I kind of like the hammer for the Toybiz version. It's funny how the capes both sway. Let's look at them from behind here. Let's see how this cape drapes around his back. Looks a little bit more massive. This one is shaped. And it kind of looks just kind of all over the place. But this figure, the other problem is the balance of the Toybiz version. You know, you really couldn't get a lot. It's not easy. And after a time, the joints start warping a bit with some of these Toybiz, and creates a little bit of a problem. There's no ankle articulation on these guys. So you kind of get what you get. Now, he is a very good representation of Thor. He's been on my shelf for the better part of 10 years. But now I got this nice, awesome 80th anniversary. Can you believe it? 80 years. I was there since day one. No. So yeah, I think it's a very pretty decent improvement. Now, I do like the texture right here on this Thor. I do like that there's added details on his armor plating on this one, but overall, I think I'm going to have to give it to the new Hasbro version. I think they may have taken this one and said, what can we do that's better? I'm going to, just for fun, I'm going to bring out a more modern version of Thor, which is huge, but this Thor comes close to his height as well. You can see they're very close in height, and I do prefer the original outfit. And let's take a look at this hammer here. More modern version of it. Still, this one is a pretty nice one, even though it has a smaller handle, as depicted in some of the early Thor comics. Now, this gives him more of a, which is pretty cool. You can give him that, you can actually have him hold it like this, so he can do his fly. You know how Thor actually flies. He spins that thing around, and he just stops it. And with the power of science and magic, he's able to fly, and physics. Centripetal force, right? Let's bust out a more contemporary version of, let's get movie Thor in there, about the same height as movie Thor as well. But there's just something that I prefer. I know there's a lot of MCU figure collectors out there, and they prefer MCU characters. I, on the other hand, prefer my comic. I will collect MCU characters. There's some that I really do like. But I do prefer the original comic because that's the stuff that I was raised on. I was raised on Thor and Hulk and Spider-Man chasing villains around and feeding them fruit pies to teach them a lesson. Delicious Hostess pies. And here we go with the both Thors. Yeah, I'm going to have to give it to the Hasbro one. Big improvement on here. Now, this guy's starting to show up at Target. I don't know. I haven't seen him at Walmart, but you can start ordering him online. I think he's still on pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. But I found him at Target and twice already. And I can't wait to pick up that new Iron Man. I'm going to be doing some comparisons. So, Toybiz versus Hasbro. What do you guys think about that? I am tipping my hat off to the Hasbro version because, you know, I have a lot of fond memories of this Thor, and he's going to stick around with some of my other figures. I like having a Thor to hang out with my my Asgardians, and a Thor to hang out with my classic Avengers. So I like to have that option, and I think this is a very fun figure. Retails for about, I don't know, around $25 or so. So pick him up while you get a chance. Order him. He's a very good figure. Highly recommend him. And till next time, folks, we will see you later. throne.